nice to see you all. I haven't seen you for ages, Misha.
No, ages, babe. Too long.
I know it's been too long. Give us a little blast of a put a spell on you.
I put a spell on you.
And it's always handy to have a judge in your corner, isn't it? Just in case I ever come up before you.
How do you think it would go?
But I'd give you a wink and you'd let me off, wouldn't you? A wink, I said.
Yeah.
Jack, it's lovely to see you and all.
It's nice to see you,
I
Paul.
haven't seen you for ages.
I know, last time I was on your show, Taylor Swift was a guest, I remember.
Oh.
So
Really?
where's she now, eh?
Oh, I know. Look at her, look at us.
Don't ask me to sing, though. Don't ask me to sing.
Joanne, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Having a little, something on the way?
Yes, there's a fourth something on the way.
Wow.
Yes.
You look great.
I'm enjoying
You look so
it.
good.
I need something for the energy. I'm normally in bed by now.
That's why you're in that state. Anyway, should we get on with the show? Well, good evening and welcome to my Saturday night lineup. Now, here's the rules. Tonight, my 4 guests will arrange themselves in a lineup from best to worst in a variety of revealing categories. And to win valuable points, all they need to do is position themselves in the lineup in the same place that you, the great British public, have already put them in. Anyway, you ready for your first questions? Okay, then. Well, we asked 1,000 people this. Who would have been the naughtiest at school? Rob, what were you like at school?
I didn't really go very much.
Well, how come you ended up like where you are?
I didn't sort of suit the condition of childhood very well. My best friend at school was a school nurse. I was a nightmare, an absolute precocious nightmare. My teacher once sat me down. It's a nice thing to say to a 12-year-old girl. I just want to say to you, Rob, I hate you. I really hate. I know, isn't that sweet?
Did you invent mystery illnesses to get off school?
Secondary school, yeah, but gradually they realised that they probably were fraudulent. I mean, I think I misspelled that I couldn't do rugby today because I had polycystic ovaries. Which...
How old were you there, Rob?
I must have been about 7 there, 7 or 8.
And we've got another photo of you from that same day. But yeah.
Oh,
What are you doing there? Is this what a judge's briefs are? What are you doing?
This is my grandma's flat. I was probably doing my Glory of Love number.
So was it much later in life when you became quite flamboyant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early
It's amazing
days. There you
thing.
go.
That's
Joanna, what were you like at school? Were you a nightmare or were you a good girl?
No, I was a good girl. Yeah, that's when I was head girl of my junior school, when I'd requested a haircut like Princess Diana.
You asked for Princess Diana?
Yes. Well,
Really?
But then I was also head girl of my comprehensive. It was an all-girls school and it was really quite tough and rough. And there'd be like loads of fights going on, so the girls would all be in a circle and there'd be girls like fighting. It was like St. Trinian, sort of. And I'd be the head girl, so I'd be like, looking out to check on the teachers. And then when the teachers came, I'd be like, right, break it up.
Didn't you get involved in any fighting? No.
When I first started there, a girl grabbed my arm and put it behind my back, and then out of nowhere, I literally turned round and punched her straight in the door, and nobody ever came near me again. I can't believe I'm getting a round of applause.
Jack, were you a naughty little boy at school?
I didn't like school very much. You see, I find it difficult with Robert, you see. The people like Robert really confuse me because they're very, very bright, but always bunked off school. And I'm an idiot, but I actually kind of was there most of the time. I mean, I actually tried and still did badly, so that's how stupid I am.
Yeah, look at that sweet little boy about to strangle that dog. Look.
And you got the Princess Diana cut as well.
They got it right.
Yeah. Were you a good girl at school?
I was really good at school. My get-out card was always doing Oliver at Assembly. Assembly was That was my...
Please, can I have some more?
I was I always played in the school play, and I was always Oliver every year. That was my thing. So I got out of trouble because I was the singer for the school, you see. So they treated me like the star of the school, thank God.
And didn't you used to sing for money?
You have to start somewhere.
I think, in fairness, she does still sing for money.
She
Let's
does,
get that
yeah.
straight. It's not.
Well, when you're six,
What do you mean? No, but
how
basically...
much did you charge?
Well, we used to do, do you remember, what was the song I used to do? The minute you walk through
Big
the jungle.
Spender.
Big Spender.
Yeah.
I used to remember that?
Yeah.
Wicked
Oh.
tune.
Yeah.
I used to do that, and I used to get 2 pence from everyone. And by the time I was finished, I had all this money for tuck shop.
I used to charge 50p at school, but it wasn't for singing. Now remember, you're trying to guess what's up at you. You're not be caught. Look at this is after the watershed. Have you seen the filth that's on telly now? Have you watched Naked Attraction?
Oh, gosh.
You turn the telly on, you're eating a corned beef sarnie, and there's somebody's dick waving in your face. Have you seen it?
It's so cool.
Unbelievable. I wouldn't mind if they were nice looking dicks. They're all shriveled up, with one ball down here and one up there. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then they say, turn on a great big fat arse looking at me. I don't understand people, do you?
It's shocking.
How come we've got off the naughtiest boy on the
You started it. You started it.
Well, look, remember, you're trying to guess who the public think would have been the naughtiest at school. So, should we go over to our lineup? Oh, that's it. Good grow, love. Up you go. Come on, over you go. Nice. See, this is the most spot, and that's the least.
People think I'm the least.
Yeah, people would think that, I think I do have that. Because I think people would be thinking of me
who would have
as
been
Stacey, not as like...
Well,
the
this is
least.
the least
So they
I
think
think you should be where Robert is.
No, I think maybe you should go up higher,
Me up
because I
there.
think they'll think that you're very
I'm
good.
the most naughty.
That's like the least naughty.
Okay,
I love
okay.
you, but...
So, Joanna, do you think they all think you were the
Ownership.
naughtiest?
Got to take
Yeah,
ownership.
because...
Come on,
Yeah, because the character you play.
Yeah, because of the character I play.
I don't think anyone thinks I'm naughty.
No,
you
I
know
would
what?
put you as number one, because you are a child.
Electing a pope
Do you not
is
think
easier.
so?
They want you to swap. They want you to swap.
We should.
Yeah, I think we should come down, and I think...
Naughty, you were flogging songs. Takes all night, this.
What are you talking about? I'm an angel.
Yes?
Should we find out?
Just take one
Okay,
chair
because I'm
away.
desperate to
I'm
know.
definitely the least naughty.
Do you know what, Joanna? You're going to give birth by the time this says. All right, let's find out what Britain thought. Jack, they thought it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Joanna, you get a point because you're in the right spot. And Misha, so do you. You get a point. And, back to your seats, please. We'll have another go.
It's because you're a comedian. That's what it is.
Well, I am surprised he thought it'd be you, Jack.
I always used to get away with it.
Yeah.
I never did get the cane, and that's how I did it.
Yeah.
I've got this slippery
Cunning.
kind of.
Very cunning. Subterfuge.
Yeah, I know. I'll put the judge in the spot instead.
Right, you ready for the next question? Okay, we asked the great British public this. Who would you most want alongside you in a crisis? Let's start with Rob. Are you any good in a crisis, Robert?
Big stuff. Yes. You know, it.
Ignore the cheat sheets.
I mean, I used to prosecute international war crimes cases, all of that stuff. Big, serious things. Yeah, I can deal with that stuff.
That wouldn't bother you?
No problem, but I've got no transferable skills. So, that night, the event of war, I've realised in lockdown, I'd have to be a hostage. Turns out sort of reading and, being bitchy is no use in a real national emergency.
Didn't you have a terrible experience? You got mugged for your
Yeah,
phone.
I did get mugged from my
Oh,
phone.
that's awful.
No, I felt bad for the poor loves on the bus.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't you batter them?
No, I was cross because when they grabbed my phone, I was halfway through it, I was writing a column, and you sort of forget what you scream out. And honestly, I screamed out after them, press send! Press send! I swear to God, I was so angry. I I know.
Did you have any, like, sort of unsuitable photos on your phone?
No, nothing of any.
I think
sort
you
of real...
did, Rob. There's one.
Oh,
Joanna, what are you like in a crisis?
Really good. People like to think probably wouldn't think I was good in a crisis, but I'm very practical.
Welsh girl.
Yeah, I'm calm,
Yeah.
and I just sort of get on with it. When I was having my third baby, I was having a cesarean, and I was lying on my back on the table, and as I was about to start, I looked up, and you know, like the big lights?
Yeah.
Well, it was just like a mirror, really, so everything was reflected. And it was literally right there, right by my stomach. I remember looking, thinking, oh my gosh, I can actually see the whole thing. I can choose now whether or not I want to look somewhere else or whether or not to just watch. And I thought, well, go on then, just watch. You won't see this again. My husband is next to me, and the obstetrician said, right, okay, we're about to start. And James, for some bizarre reason, when he leaned round and went, okay, and looked round the curtain, just as they started cutting me. And you could smell, you know, the burning flesh. And I was watching it, and then he said he saw blood, and with that, he was gone. And then they said to him, just go over there, sit on the floor, put your back on the wall, and put your head between your knees. And that's where he spent the whole time. And I was just there, like, literally watching them pull my baby out of my stomach. So I was quite calm, and I was quite relaxed, while he was just, like, off on one, turning green.
Well, I feel for him. Honestly, you know, what men go through at childbirth is underestimated. A, it's disgusting. B, you know, I like the old days. You know, the old days when you were meant to just stay in the pub and then you get a phone call from across the bar. Yeah, it's for you, Gov. I bet you might do it. Oh, it's a little boy. And then you go and you can have a cigar and go and see your wife later on, you know, when the pub closes. And you can do that. But nowadays, you've got to be there the whole time. I don't want to be there. Jay says, oh, can you come in? I want you to be there. She's holding my hand. I have never been in more pain in my life. All the way through, she's holding my hand. I have not played the piano since. She wants me there. And then, you know, I want her to come in and hold my hand when I'm having the jabs for the vaccine. She said no. So, you know, where's the fairness with that?
Misha, I imagine you're very good in a crisis.
Do you know, I describe myself as like a swan, and then underneath the feet are going like this. That's what's, you know, it's all going on. I'm always scared. I'm always terrified.
Really?
I swear, but it just doesn't show. I think because we're in this business, we're always having to perform all the time. So what you always have to make sure you look professional and all of that stuff. So I think I've been doing it for it's 34 years this year. I've been doing this, you know. So it's like crap then.
Yeah.
It's a long time. So you know, we always have to put on this thing like we're on top of our game, but it's all an act.
Yeah. I'm like this. I've just wet myself, you know.
None of us would be any good in crisis because we're showbiz, you know. We're just.
I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not. You know, I practiced for 17 years. This business. I mean, this is sort of new to me.
But you're showbiz. You're.
It was now a bit. You know, I've done the sort of strictness. But I mean,
you're QC. You're one letter away from being QVC. That's it. That's it.
Anyway, that's what the guests have to say, but that's not what counts. In just a moment, we're going to be finding out what you, the great British public, think. So don't go anywhere. See you after the break.